Hey friends, welcome. Today I have kind of a flip through of what I have going on in my most recent bullet journal. This is a Galen Leather B6 notebook. I moved in here early because I was really eager to try it out, and also because I was running out of space on my Leuchtturm bullet journal. I think I had left 30 pages. So yeah, I won't go into this because I have a set of video where I show you everything for the next year. So basically this bullet journal starts in November, and this is how I've been planning here. There's a lot of memory keeping. I like to keep track of what I eat during the day. I keep my tasks on the right side of the page, and I have been using 1 page per day. I'm super happy with this. I'm so glad I tried this Galen Leather Tomoe River paper notebook because I was missing the feeling and the sound and how like the texture of a thinner kind of paper like Tomoe River paper, which I love. And yeah, this is what I have going on in here. I've been writing down quotes in these Yuri Card Studio sheets, and I have been very consistent with this. I'm happy. I think I have found the perfect size for me, but I used to say that about the A6 size. But anyway, I'm very happy with the B6 size. Here I have some notes on a lecture I watched, and then more dailies like memory keeping. I've been doing this kind of washi tape dashboard, I suppose. Dakshina does this a lot on her bullet journals. I thought that looked cute and I wanted to try it, and I kind of like it. But I think I would like, because this paper is so thin, I think it would make more sense to do this at the end of a week, like at least to divide the notebook into weeks or months, because when I open it or I flip through, it goes out automatically into these kind of thicker pages. So yeah, this is from Notebook Therapy, and I think they're lovely. I love how they look. This is another daily, and everything has been very straightforward. I like being able to have notes in between my dailies. Here I have a chunk of pages held together because they have personal information. Another washi tape dashboard, and then I went kind of overboard, and this was a little too much. Once I finished it, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this again. I'm not into very bright, vibrant colors, at least not this way. But yeah, this was an experiment, not loving it. One thing I realized, because I was planning on starting this on January, I started early in November, and I was still using the weeklies I had in my Leuchtturm bullet journal. But I confirmed once more that I like having both in the same notebook. So I downloaded these printables from Mommy Plants. I will link her in the description below. She has a YouTube channel and she has an Etsy shop, and I love this printable because it is inspired in the weekly Nolte layout, vertical layout. So this was a great opportunity to try the layout in my own bullet journal, and I love it. I think I'm going to keep using them at least all of December. And considering that, for example, with my previous Leuchtturm, the weeklies I had made for December, I won't be using them. I will be avoiding doing monthlies by hand in a bullet journal that I don't know how long it's going to last. Sometimes they last me 2 months, sometimes they last 3 months. I'm thinking this one may last 4 months, But one way to not have my weeklies go to waste is either have them in a planner or notebook that I know I will be using for the whole year, like these Hobonichi weeks where I do my weekly planning, or just print them and add them to my current bullet journal. I'll try these ones in January and I'll figure out which method works best for me. So far, I'm really liking this. So I have the remaining weeks of November, some notes. I love this aspect of having a bullet journal, just being able to have random notes in between your dailies. I think this is why I have been able to resist the itch to buy a Hobonichi for 2022. I was using the A6 original Techo, but this really works for me, and I think if I buy it, it will be just because I want to get on the Hobonichi train, and not so much because it is the system or the planning system that is currently working best for me, if that makes sense. Here's another daily and more notes, random notes, more meal planning. This is for next week. What I'm waiting on, what I have in the pantry, what I need to buy. And I moved my trackers over here. I was at first trying to have them here, but this is too tiny, so I moved my trackers over here. Chunk of pages with personal notes, that's why I'm not flipping through those. This is the current daily. This is today and more notes. And I am using this Hobonichi pencil board, dashboard, bookmark, Shitajiki. But yeah, this is what I have so far. I'm loving what I have in here. Man, I did miss the Tomoe River paper. It sucks that they're not making it anymore, and I hope I find a good substitute for this kind, because I love, oh, that sound. Being able to, yeah, that, love that. But yeah, I've been getting used to working with this every single time I write in here. At first it did feel like a hassle, like too much of a commitment to this notebook, but I got used to it and I don't mind it anymore. It would be awesome if they made this kind of notebook with a grid already in here, but this still works. I have this to attach with in the current page I may be writing on, and I've also been getting used to working constantly with this blotting thing. It's not a paper, it's like a piece of scrap leather. I don't know if it has a name or if I can just call it like a blotting page. But yeah, my planning system has changed slightly. I still have some things that I want to add to this bullet journal, like a dashboard for January. And I want to add this paper over here to have like a pop of color. And yeah, I don't think I will buy a cover for this, because 2022 will be the year I just try different sizes. I want to try the standard size. There are some other notebooks that I want to try. I just want to because for the past years I have been working with one main planner for the whole year. So that doesn't really give you the chance to play around with different notebooks unless you use them as your journals. But as far as my journals, I don't have as much rotation. For example, I have the journal I use for my morning pages. That one usually lasts me 1 or 2 for the whole year. It has been one actually for the whole year. I also have 2 traveler's notebooks, standard size, but that, I mean, changing the inserts is not really the feel of a different notebook because all the inserts are the same, you know? And I have my sketchbooks, but still it takes me a long time to finish them. So the thing that gives me more of a chance to play around with notebooks is bullet journal, because I have a faster rotation when it comes to my bullet journals. I've been changing them either every 2 months or every 3 months. That could be a nightmare for some people, but for me, I actually find it fun. It adds to my creative process, and it also keeps me engaged with the planning process. For stability and structure, I have these Hobonichi weeks that will last me the whole year. That way I can have some long-term collections in here and don't care about changing my main bullet journal every 2 or 3 or 4 months. So because I intend to stay with bullet journaling at least throughout 2022, I expect to go through 3, 4, maybe 5 bullet journals depending on how fast I go through them. For example, this one, I'm in page, what is this? 80. So I think that by the end of November, I would have gone through 100 pages. So yeah, this one may last me 4 months, and I start in November, so I may finish this one by February. And I find it exciting. You know, finishing a bullet journal gives me a sense of accomplishment. So I'm excited about this opportunity to try a new notebook and just get a feel of the notebook and the different paper and a different size every once in a while. So yeah, like I mentioned, 2022 is going to be the year that I give myself the chance to try on different notebook sizes. I want to try a Torah Next notebook. I've heard wonders about that kind of paper. Another paper that sounds really cool is the Cosmo Light. I've seen many reviews about that one. I also want to try a standard size. And yeah, I have a list of the notebooks I want to try. So this is the year to do that, and I'm excited. I will keep showing you how I progress with this bullet journal. It's super fun for me. If you like these videos, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I don't think I will be getting a cover because I want to try different sizes. So far, this feels like the perfect size for me. And if by the end of 2022 I find that I only like to work with B6 size, I may get a B6 size cover. But I also want to try standard, so I will be using them as they are. That way I won't be spending a lot of money on covers that I won't be using ever again. And besides this Galen Leather, this leather cover, I just love the way it feels. I even thought about having something like this for a cover, just with some washi tape, but I really like the feel of this leather. We'll see in January, because I want to add something to this that gives it a kind of like a fresh feeling for the new year. So I'll see in January if I decide to have a cover or just paint over the leather. We'll see. I'm still figuring things out. So far, this is working. I'm happy with this planning system, not this. Yeah, this is fun. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get back to you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.